Hello, 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 and hello, and welcome. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us today on our first series of the leadership series. Today, we're going to be talking with we've got a special guest here today, and we're going to be talking about leadership skills and why it is important, especially if you're a small business owner. You know how important it is being a good leader and also engaging with people out there. So I thought I invite a with us today to share with us his knowledge about being a good leader and why it is a skill that everybody needs, especially if you work for yourself or if you're in charge of a group or anything like that. If we've not met, hello, my name is Gospel Emeghara, and I help you find clarity in your goals and dreams, helping you to achieve far much more than you could ever thought achieving if you had done it all by yourself. So you can see me kind of like your own personal co-pilot, helping you in your finances as you build and grow your finance. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to our guest for today. And his name is Sodi Toby. Hello, Sodi. Yes, I'm good. Thank you. Let me just put you up and show your screen as well. Right. And we rehearsed this, didn't we? Oh yeah, yikes.
There you
That's
go.
not technology for you, isn't it?
I think you've done it right this time.
Okay, here we are. Cool. You can now see Sodi. Hi, Sodi. So I'm gonna introduce Sodi to everybody. Sodi, I've known Sodi for quite a while now, right, Sodi? We've
Yeah.
been friends for well a few years now, shall we say?
Yeah.
And
Probably almost
Sodi
a
is
decade.
the
Yeah.
founder and the managing director of Luminous Leaders. And he set up Luminous Leaders in 2018, having recognized the need of organizations for personnel. Having recognized the need of organization for personnel that can initiate positive and productive influence at all levels. So he is um, like I mentioned, a certified John Maxwell speaker, trainer, and coach. And he's also a chartered engineer here in the UK. And he graduated from the University of Sussex. He speaks and presents regularly at conferences, workshops, and seminars internationally. And it is a pleasure to welcome you to today's show. Thank you so much for taking time out to come and educate us about the skills we need to be a good leader and why that is really important. So over to you, Sodi.
Pleasure, Gospel. And it's always a good learning experience coming on shows that are enlightening and educative as yours. So thank you for having me here.
Yeah, you're welcome. Cool. So today, over to you. Tell us, why do
Okay.
we
All right.
need
Yeah. Why we need
need
leadership?
leadership? Yes.
Well, yeah, we need leadership because there's a famous quote by one of my heroes in the leadership business. His name is John Maxwell. And one of his quotes is that everything rises and falls on leadership. Everything rises and falls on leadership. So, in other words, what he's saying is that leadership is the cornerstone of every advancement, every progress, every victory, every win that an organization, a team, a project will ever make. And so it is that important. It is that critical. Show me a team that will win, and I will show you a team that has good leadership. Show me a project that will be successful, and I will show you a project that has good leadership. Show me an organization that would achieve beyond its expectations, and I'll be sure that there's great leadership at the heart of that organization. So yes, literally everything rises and falls in leadership. Even in a home where you have a mom and a dad as leaders in that home, if the mom and the dad are not doing a good job as leaders in that home is going to be a broken home. So yes,
Yeah.
literally from the home to the office block, from corporate culture to domestic affairs, everything rises and falls on leadership. Okay. Did you have a question for me,
Yes.
Gospel? Okay.
I just wanted to say, if you're watching us live, say hello and ask whatever question that you want to say. Be engaging. You can ask us any question. We'll ask Sodi the questions and he'll answer it. And if you're watching us on the replay, thank you so much for joining us today and watching the replay. We are talking about leadership and why we need those leadership skills. Okay, so my next question was going to be really, why is the leadership skill really important, especially with regards to those that have businesses? Why is it? Why do we need that skill?
Yeah. So, I mean, first and foremost, we need to really understand what leadership is. Many people have a wrong conception of what leadership is. People think leadership is a position, it's a kind of status. But real for me, uh, if you ask me who's the leader in the room, a leader is someone who simply knows how to get from point A to point B. Okay. So every business has a strategy. Every business wants to grow or to achieve certain milestones. They want to get from point A to point B. And so a leader is one who knows how to get from point A to point B and can help others in the team get there. So even if we're just on the street and we're looking for directions and we're a group of people and we're looking to find a way to a nearby restaurant, even if a little girl is amongst us and she knows the way to get us to that restaurant, automatically she becomes our leader by virtue
Yeah,
of her superior knowledge. So it has nothing to do with age. It has nothing to do with, obviously, age is important in terms of experience and all that, but it has all to do with the ability to get from point A to point B, to know how to get there and to know how to motivate others to get there. So that's one important aspect about leadership. The another aspect about leadership is service. Okay, it's service. Some people think leadership is bossing people around. No, leadership is about serving. It's about serving people. It's about serving clients. It's about serving organizations. It's about serving your team. And so when you have that mindset that it's about service, then there is a selflessness to it. It's not about boosting anybody's ego. It's about rendering a service. And like I said, getting from point A to point B. That little girl that's getting us from point A to point B, she's rendering a service. It's not about her bossing people around. It's about getting from point A to point B. Another thing that leaders do is that leaders take responsibility. Okay. You might have a group of people
yeah,
and everybody knows that this is what needs doing. A natural leader will get up and say, I'm going to do it. Who's going to come with me? Okay. Some people will know what needs to be done, but not everyone will have the get up and go to go and to do something about it. Leaders will be restless people. When they see something that needs doing, they're not going to pass it over. They're going to confront it, sometimes difficult situations. So leaders take responsibility. So there's many things I could say. Leaders bring influence. They bring influence. They bring change,
Mm-hmm.
positive change for the better. So if you're running a business and you want to see positive change, then it's important that you look at how you lead, how the team works, how your leaders at all levels in that business lead. It's so important, the leadership culture that you have, because that's how you bring positive influence to what you lead, to your organization, to your team, to your clients, etc., etc. So that would be my take on why it's important. Okay. There's many things I could say. I mean, a leader is one who empowers other people as well. So it's not all about you, but you have to learn to
Yeah.
raise people up. You have to learn to develop other leaders. For me, that's the high point of leadership. Great leaders replicate themselves, they work themselves out of the job. So, yeah.
So, would you say that leaders are born, or is it a skill that can be learned?
Yeah, it's the classic nature versus nurture question. I think leadership is more learned than what you're born with. So there are instances where you have children. Excuse me. There are instances where you have children who would have a natural proclivity for leadership and would, take responsibility and do things. But really, most of it can be learned. Most of it can be taught, and that's why my company, Luminous Leaders, exists. We believe that leadership can be taught, it can be learned, it can be developed, and so that's why we do training. That's why we do professional coaching. That's why we do workshops and different forms of intervention to help people, to help companies, to help individuals to grow their leadership capacity. So it's definitely, I would say, mostly it can be learned and developed. But then some people maybe have a bit of a natural thing as well. But that shouldn't rule out anyone. Really, most of the skills of leadership, both the arts and the science of leadership, can be learned and taught.
Yeah, and you also hold a mastermind, which there is one coming up soon, isn't there? Would you like to talk about
Yes.
that, the mastermind?
Yes, so my company does what we call mastermind sessions. So mastermind is a facilitated training with a group of selected and exclusive leaders or potential leaders, aspiring leaders, and we come together to learn together. Okay, and we've got this mastermind coming up, which I'm going to give all of you who are watching today a special invitation to join that. It's called Everyone Communicates, but Few Connect. Everyone communicates, few connect. One of the most important tools for a leader is to learn how to communicate and connect effectively at all levels. Leaders must be able to communicate, to share their ideas, to sell their ideas to people at their same level with them in the company or in their organizations, wherever they are. They need to be able to communicate to people who are above them in leadership, who they might be reporting to. They need to be able to motivate and connect and share ideas with those who they are leading, so that those who they are leading will be really desirous to follow them. So really, it's a great mastermind. And if you're free, this is starting from let me get my dates right. I think it's in April. It's starting, and yeah, you're welcome to join this. It's from the 9th of April, and it's every Thursday from 8:30 p.m. UK time, and it's for 10 weeks. It does cost a small fee, which of £70, which I'm sure you realize that it's very good value for what it is. So you're welcome to join us if you connect, so that you can use that to help you grow and be more effective at communicating at all levels.
Yeah, I'll put the link to the mastermind in the description. So if it is something that you're interested in, you can just log in and join. I invite you to go. The masterminds are very good. A mastermind where you get to interact with people of like minds and support each other to move forward. So I'll encourage you to use this opportunity to grab your seat on the mastermind starting in April.
Okay.
So do you have like a Facebook group, Sodi?
Yes, you're welcome to like our Facebook group. It's called Luminous Leaders. It's just our name, Luminous Leaders. So if you search for Luminous Leaders on Facebook, you will find us there. And just like, follow, connect with us. We're also on LinkedIn. Again, the same name, Luminous Leaders. If you want to look at our website, it's at www.luminousleaders.ltd. Luminousleaders.ltd. So you're welcome to connect with us, have a look, join one of our masterminds. We've got a couple going at the moment, and we've got that one coming up. Join one of us, or just give us a ring or send us an email. Let's have a chat, and we'll see how we can be of help to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing all that. Now, again, don't worry if you did not take note of all the details. I'm going to put everything in the description. So the LinkedIn page, the Facebook business page, and the link to join the mastermind, everything will be in the description. So you can just get a hold of Luminous Leaders in any of those platforms, especially the ones that you're part of, I suppose. Right. Thank you so much, Sodi, for today, joining us for our first series of the leadership series. It's been great. So we covered about the importance of leadership, why it is important, and anybody can actually be a leader depending on what the situation is. So even a little child that is quite vast and knowledgeable in a particular thing that you don't know, so maybe they know where to find the nearest McDonald's perhaps, or the nearest toy shop, and you're looking for it. She will be a good leader to direct you to the place, right? That's an example. And also, leadership can be a skill that can be learned. So you can learn that skill by getting in touch with, so that he does workshops and the mastermind. If that's something, if you want to improve your leadership skills, yes, there you go. Join the mastermind and start from there. Get in touch with Sodi as well. And also leaders can also be born. But then even though the leader is a natural leader, they also need to sharpen up their skills. And again, you can do that by contacting Sodi and then sharpen, what is that verse in the Bible? Iron sharpeneth iron, isn't it?
Yes.
So you get a lot much more, get more tips and ideas. I know for me personally, it's really helped me with my leadership skills. Being part of the mastermind, I think I've been part of two now, isn't it? I've been part of already the mastermind, and it's been really, really helpful. So I encourage you to join and be part of it. Right. Thank you again, Sodi, for joining us today and sharing your knowledge with us.
Thank you very much.
We hope to see you next week. Join us again next week for another episode of our leadership skills series. Until next time, take care. Would you like to say bye to the
Bye, everyone.
audience?
See you same time next week, and get leading. Okay. See you.
Great. So to your ongoing success. Bye.